Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. With my previous subscribers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing Elon Musk, the big beautiful bill, and Donald Trump and the White House and Congress in today's video. I do actually have a revisitation video. It's actually two videos, but they're very notable and something very interesting nonetheless. One of the videos was recorded on January 17, 2025, and the other was recorded on February 28, 2025, but was updated and uploaded to YouTube on March 2nd, 2025. So two very big clips. They're going to come with a modern interpretation at the time of March when I was revisiting it. In this one, we're going to take a quick look at the end of the video, a modern interpretation of all the information that we just covered at the end of the video. And we're talking about, okay, so now that we have more information and we know what's going on now, what is going to happen then? You can kind of do a side-by-side comparison from January to February to June. All right. This video is being recorded on Thursday, June 5th at 1:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as and when I'm recording it. If you want to help out the channel grow, you can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, hitting the bell icon, engaging with the content. Really help boost out the algorithm here on YouTube. But also, it helps show you more videos here on YouTube when I do go ahead and upload. Now, if you do haven't you have noticed that YouTube has not been notifying you when I do post and upload, you can go into the description or the comment section below, find my Blue Sky account and my Facebook group. I will personally notify you when I do post and upload. This video again is just for entertainment purposes only, for educational purposes only as well. And if you do want to donate, the donation link is in the description below. I personally hate asking for donation, but a lot of you guys have asked for me to include that in my videos, so I have done that specifically for you. But anyway, do not feel obligated anywhere. Now, if you want to go watch those two videos I'm going to be showing you right in a minute, in the description and the comment section below, they will both be listed for the two videos as clipped. Let's go ahead, let's not waste any more time. So, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Going into the month of March, we have the star card reversed. There might be some sort of crisis regarding the showdown with the White House and Congress. So there might be something regarding that. I do see that the White House does lose its influence in the month of March. So it's telling me here that I think there's something going on, like there's something that was pushed back in terms of financial package, I believe, in the Congress. It's going to take place in the month of March, most likely. And it looks like to me Mike Johnson is going to side with whoever he's siding with, but it's not going to be on the side of the White House. So that also talks about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is within the White House at this point in time. Congress is not going to side with Elon Musk. But if Elon Musk is outside the realm of the White House, then Congress will decide with Elon. We will see where he is and where he's positioned at that point in time in the month of March. Now, alright, so welcome back. So we're going to quickly go over all the information in that video. I find it really informative. I think you guys just did as well. So if you're still here, thank you for saying. So that video was recorded on January the 17th of 2025. Now, here's my modern interpretation of that reading. Now that I understand more information about what was being said, that, I always say this all the time on my readings, that it's never the card that's wrong, it's the interpreter that's wrong. Because the way we interpret is based on previous experience and knowledge. The 45 presidency is going to be anything unlike we have ever seen. So we are going to get our things wrong continuously, time and time again, but we'll also get things right. And it's just the energy. Sometimes the energy changes. Sometimes we don't understand the energy to a full extent until it gets revealed. So again, I want you to make sure you know that and understand that. Don't take everything as little, take things with a grain of salt, and revisit it after the event has occurred. All right. So here's my modern interpretation of that reading. Alright, in the month of February, I talked about a temperance card, a bit calm of a month compared to late January. Republicans find their footing and able to put forth legislation or an agenda compared to chaotic January. Trump needs to meet the moment in the year of the snake, or if he wants to stay president, or it will bite him. So essentially talk about the Chinese year of the snake, which we did many videos on. So go back to my videos and watch the Chinese year of the Chinese snake and the planet alignment. That is essentially two very important videos if you have not done so already. It also is very interesting as well because it talks about that chaotic January, which is exactly what January was. It was all about chaotic. It was a lot about shuffling and reorganizing the government, which is exactly what happened, and it calmed down in the month of February and became more about him solidifying his power and control. The month of March, though, the star card reversed indicated a crisis or a showdown between Congress and the White House. The White House loses influence in the month of March, which we're heading into now, so this is being recorded on February the 28th on Friday at 1:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I just want to make sure I state that this is before we head into March, right? And this is when they supposedly agreed to a financial package. I don't have a lot of confidence that the financial package is going to be accepted. All right. So the White House loses its influence in the month of March. Mike Johnson, the financial package in the month of March due to delay. Mike Johnson will side with someone. Well, because I said that it could be the financial package, so it's theoretically possible. If the financial package goes through as intended, then it has to be something else that is a showdown between Congress and the White House. So there's also that as well. So don't think that 100% this is the financial package. I assumed it was, but doesn't mean it is the financial package. So it could still be a showdown of something else. We will know when we revisit this video, I'd probably say about 2 months from now. All right. So Mike Johnson will side with someone or something against the White House. If Elon is in the White House at this point in time, Congress will not side with Elon Musk. However, if Elon is outside the realm of the White House at this point in time in which this vote, whatever this vote is being taken place, Congress will side with Elon against 45. So that is the month of March. So it will either play out as like Elon is pinning himself against 45 and there's a power dynamic at play here, or it's very possible that Congress challenges 45 in Elon's administration. So we will see how it plays out, but the story is still in flux. It is still changing as time goes on. So we're going to take a quick read. We're going to take a look at the month of March, see what's going on here, and then we're going to end today's reading. I just figured I hope you guys enjoyed that part of the video. So anyway, let's take a quick look. It's going to be a short video, and then we'll end up there. All right, so let's begin. All right, so Spirits and Angels, tell me about the month of March. What is happening in the month of March here, Spirit? What is happening in the month of March in regards to Congress and the White House? What is going on here? Can you give us a little further information? I love how they lay out the cards for me. It's like so easy. We have the 4 of cups upright, which means there's a refusing of something. Someone is refusing something. Top of the deck here, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Someone walking away. And I feels like money. It feels like maybe the economy crashes. I don't know. We'll find out. Because we have the Hermit card, which is headed towards the future. Which means there's a challenge coming in the future of March, which makes sense because we are not entered into March yet. We're still very much in February as of this recording. Here we have the High Priestess, which is the structure of Congress, right? So this is the structure of Congress here. Now this is the card that represents Congress going forward. The High Priestess card also indicates the Constitution. There is a darkness of something being revealed, an intention or the power of Congress being enlightened or enabled or being diminished by the Constitution. So in some way, the Constitution will either be used to enhance the power of the Congress or diminish the power of Congress. Depends on the interpretation at this point in time in which this is taking place. It also comes in with the Page of Wands, this new male, this young individual who is trying to really grab onto power and control. We have here literally a coup by a foreign entity. We have the 5 of Swords reversed. It has nothing to do with the bully. So it's not 45. It has to do with maybe possibly Elon right here. And we have the King of Pentacles reversed. I don't think 45 has as much influence anymore. It feels like Elon is running the show. Like this is his presidency, and 45 is the puppeteer, if you will. Because what's the top of the deck? Yeah, it's the 5 of Pentacles. It has to do with Elon, which is why Elon is center stage now. What do we guess, Spirit? Okay, they're telling me to use this deck here, American Eclipse, which is exactly what we're going to use, and we'll go from there. Spears Angel, tell me about the month of March, Congress versus the White House. Now, we did a video on this before. Go and watch that video. Let me go see if I can pull up that video for you now, just so you know what video to go ahead and watch. Let's see, let's pull it up. I just finished recording. I don't know if it's actually posted yet, that's the thing. 8K, those similar checks, Social Security, military illness, with the Supreme Court, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's actually this video, I believe it's this video. No, hold on, it's not that video. Yeah, okay, so it's this video. It's the Medicaid video. Medicaid, future Republican House funding chaos coming. So definitely go watch that video if you have not already. That video would explain more about this specific one. Okay. So Spears will tell me about more information in regards to March and Congress versus the White House. Can you give us a little intel? Could it tell me these are all the cards I need, but I have a feeling that this is not accurate. So is this accurate? No. Okay. Because there's too many cards and there's no way that all that could be accurate. Alright, so Spears will tell me, give me the energy. The energy of March. The rebirth or something, the change coming, and here we, okay, yeah, this card came up. Here's the Knight, the Cups, and what's the top of the deck here? We have the Gemini card reverse, which is a 45 card. Here's a Gemini, it's reversed. We know I kept talking about the Blood Moon in March, and how that's going to be a very significant month. It is reversed, which means something is changing around the time of the Blood Moon, or the full moon. Let me see when the Blood Moon is in March, if there is any. I don't really even know because I'm not really an astrologer. Blood Moon, March 2025. Yeah, so March 2025 lunar eclipse. That is on Friday, March 14th. So it's not too far away from actually today. Yeah, it's not too far away. So March 14th, Friday, March 14th. Then you fast forward a couple days later in March 2029, March 29th, we have a partial solar eclipse on March 29th and a total lunar eclipse in the month of September 7th. But more so, it's going to be a partial solar eclipse on March 29th, towards the end of March, and middle of March, we're going to have a lunar eclipse. Okay, so March 14th and the ending of March, around that time frame, is going to be very significant within the U.S., specifically revolving around Congress and the White House. Now, the High Priestess card and the power at may be that's heading towards the future, the light coming in the future, something getting revealed, and it has to do with the challenge of the control of Congress and what the Constitution said in regard to Congress and the executive branch. Here we have the death, a change coming. A change is coming in the White House. Something coming in the White House. A change in the White House. There's also a change coming in Congress. Here we have the Page of Wands, right? This leader, this person, the justice card, someone who swore that they were doing justice and they were doing it very rightfully. Here you have anything but that. Because here you have the skeleton, but you have the skeleton walking into the house. By this point in time, you get inside the house, and here's the skeleton reaching for the sword. Reaching for the story, which means the mental, the capability, the power that act may be. But it's also playing with the justice system. It's also pulling on the scale in one favor or the other, pulling on the scale of justice. Right, so pulling on the scale of justice, doing what's right and not doing it the right way, and forcing it to happen the way that you want it to. Right, that's the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands individual was coming in the month of March, and the energy is all around that. It's something that's going to be influenced heavily in one favor of an individual over the other. We have here the bully, right? The bully not able to stand up, right? This is 45 here. We have the 10 of Wands here, which means he's incapacitated or unable to fulfill his duties in the month of March, which makes a lot of sense. It further enables that he's not able to do it, which means Elon is running the show, which makes a lot of sense because while 45 is weaker around this point in time, Elon is very strong in the month of March. And here we have, while 45 is in reverse now towards the end of March, what is also in reverse most likely is the Devil card. Yeah, it's that further enabling. His power influence is reversed. The devil card is reversed. And what is the bottom of the deck here? Because we never actually looked. Oh, this is the top of the deck here. Wait, hold on. So this is the bottom deck. The bottom deck is the Knight of Cups. Someone is partying, someone doing stuff in the White House. So there's something in the White House. What is in the White House? We have here the three stories. A betrayal is going to be happening in the White House soon, sometime in the month of April. Going into that, and here with the Wheel of Fortune, the power is starting to shift in Congress. Welcome back. So you guys just finished watching those 3 videos. Now we're going to take a look and kind of take a quick overview, because I'm sure this video is a lot longer than it's supposed to be, but I felt like it was very interesting and very noteworthy to include it in my video. Let's go ahead, let's take a look about the big beautiful bill and find out what's happening. Let's get a modern interpretation on this. Alright, so let's see. Spiritual angels, tell me about the big beautiful bill that is currently undergoing Congress right now for the federal funding. Right now, it has passed the House of Representatives. It has opposition into the U.S. Senate. Well, let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what is going to happen to the big, beautiful bill in that was passed in the House of Representatives. Elon Musk called it a stupid bill. Again, even though he's the one who supported it in the beginning when he was in the White House, but now opposes it now that he's no longer in the White House. So spiritual angels, tell me about the big beautiful bill that passed the House of Representatives, but is now on its way to the U.S. Senate. Okay. They tell me to keep it as the way it felt. So this one. Because they tell me this is all I need, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to read it from like this. So the first card that comes up is reversed. This is the card that means wishful thinking. This is without certainty. I mean, this is with certainty. This is what it means. With certainty. Not wishful thinking, but with certainty. That's the word here. Crossing the King of Pentacles. What's it indicating normally? This is the card that represents 45. And this aspect is telling me Elon Musk. I'm hearing the word Elon Musk. The King of Pentacles. With certainty about Elon Musk. The High Priestess in reverse, which is the Constitution. So something about this big, beautiful bill goes against the Constitution. I don't know what is in this bill, but if anyone can further explain this, put it in the comment section below. I would really love to know what exactly in this bill that goes against the Constitution. But this is the Constitution card. This is the rule of law. This is the rule of justice, right? Then what we have had in the future, well, we have restriction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of stores. This means restriction. This could be two things. It could be that if this big beautiful bill does decide to pass, it's going to be very restrictive on the American people and the country as a whole. It's going to be very restrictive. It's going to be tightening your grip, an Iron Fist style funding bill. But if it failed, this means that there was opposition that held it up because of all the things that it did. So apparently something about this big bill goes against the moral justice of these senators, and they're not willing to vote for it. That this bill is a standalone, that it's not able to stand on its own. It feels like very much so that it's going to be stripped. There's going to be pieces that's going to be edited. Because its original formation is not going to be the final formation is what it feels. If the senators oppose this and they don't decide to pass it, it's going to be stripped of its original intention. And that could be the intention all along. But in coming in the future time, because this is the section that means the future, well, the future means restriction. There's a restriction regardless of the bill passing or not. If this bill does pass as it is now, without any changes, it causes restriction. If it has opposition, it's going to feel very restricted, unable to pass without some sort of changes. But after it does changes, there is still restriction in the future. There's something here in the future tense is still being very restrictive, either to the American or to the Constitution or to the United States. There is a restriction here. But it's to prevent someone from leaving office. And this is the 8 of Cups. There is something here, there's something in this clause, this terms of agreement, that allows an individual to never leave office. And it's further embodied and emboldened by the Empress. It's a playbook from a former nation. I will look towards Russia, or I will look towards Germany. I'm getting information to look towards Germany. The way that a specific individual did it is it's modeled off of that. And then here you have the final outcome card. They are essentially, I don't know what's in this bill, but it feels like they are attempting to try to end the ability to vote, or like the restriction to vote. There's something here that prevents a group of people from voting, and it's right next to women, so it could be a restriction of voting for women in particular. The bottom of the deck here is the star card. It's reversed. This is regards to the presidency indirectly, and it's about a female. Again, it's all about females. It's all about the patriarchy going up against the femininity, the fight between masculine and feminine. Nobody said it was going to be easy, right? This is the last stages of the patriarchy fighting against the feminine energy. You cannot hold on forever, but you can put up quite the fight. And this is quite the fight that's coming. So what is expected of the big, beautiful bill that Donald Trump is trying to pass through? Well, it's with certainty that Elon Musk is involved in this. However, the big, beautiful bill goes against the right of an average American, or goes against the Constitution in some way, in some formality. It goes against the Constitution, goes against the normality of things. And here you have it, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is headed in the future tense, and the Eight of Swords is indicating to all of us that even though there might be opposition to this bill, and if there is, it may not die in the Senate, but rather is cut down, because that's the original intention. But the future of the energy is very restrictive in its nature. Whether that means the bill is useless, that could mean the bill is useless and unable to go forward, or even if it does pass it, it does nothing for the country. Or it could just very well mean that in the future tense, we are heading toward a very restrictive society, where the president or the people in position of power cannot leave office. You have the Empress, the woman, is indicating to all of us in this aspect here that is modeled after Germany, and modeled after a very specific individual, and how they were able to prevent themselves and circumvent the law in order to hold on to power. Then here you have it to circumvent the election, the free and fair elections, and the restriction of those who have the ability to go ahead and vote. And it might be in relation to women in particular. And it's, again, a fight against women, because the patriarchy is running out of time. This is the big, beautiful bill in its nutshell. This is what I'm getting in the cards. This is, I don't know anything about it. This is a blind reading. You guys let me know what is going on with the big, beautiful bill, and what it may do, what it may mean. We're going to take a look and see Elon Musk's role in this, because as you can see in the clip, I talked about wherever Elon Musk is positioned at the time when this funding bill comes, what to call it? It means that it either dies or the bill dies in some way. But in some form, because Elon Musk showed up in the reading, and I also showed up in the past clips, it may indicate to us that Elon Musk is trying to formulate the Congress to choose what he wants them to do, rather than Donald Trump. And there's a clear power play. There's a clear power play between the White House versus Congress. Elon Musk left the White House, and now it's just Congress and Elon. Elon was in the White House. He had the ear of the president. But now he has the ear of Congress, and he's going to be fighting with Donald Trump. And that's where we're at right now. That is exactly where we're at. The Spirit Angels tell me, the big, beautiful bill, Elon Musk is now actively engaging himself into Congress. What does that mean for the future of Congress and the big, beautiful bill on the guards in relation to Elon Musk's influence in the Congress, now that he's no longer inside the White House and working with Donald Trump? The card that flew out was the Six of Pentacles. He is influencing it through money. So a lot of these politicians are being influenced by money. They're bought and paid for by Elon Musk. It's interesting. It's a $2 billion play, right? We have here the part that represents the structure, the big, beautiful bill, the power play, power dynamic between Donald Trump and Elon Musk is represented by the Six of Pentacles, right? You know, the justice is right here. He's like, yeah, I don't care about the justice. I'm going to give money to this individual, to this person. This is the Six of Pentacles. This is Elon Musk paying people off. Paying people off to get him to do his bidding, because they're going to use that money to help him get reelected. So in a way, politicians are so involved and so actively engaged in trying to be elected and to cling on to power to do whatever they can, whoever offers them more money. And in this aspect, Elon Musk will be able to offer them more money, which means that they're more likely to stay on and win. And that card here as well, we have the Five of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups reversed is a lack of loss. There's a lack of loss here. But it's not exactly a funeral, if you will. Despite the hangman reverse, it means there's an illumination of something. There's an illumination. This is the hangman reverse. There's something in the mental of the executive branch. There's an idea. Something popped into the head of the idea. There's an idea here that gets formulated around this time. Underneath the Six of Pentacles, we have the reverse Ten of Cups. Now, this is my election card. This is my presidency card. This means that there is active, and again, this video is for entertainment purposes only, there's now active momentum to buy Congress before the midterms, which essentially means that the people may not really get a say on who they vote for because they would be bombarded and people will just choose because they don't know better. And that is exactly how the midterm is going to be won. It's not going to be won by those who are aware of what's going on, but it's going to be won by those who go out and vote who are not aware of what's happening. And that is what the Ten of Cups is saying. Ten of Cups is saying that these politicians, whether they may be Democrat or Republican, Independent, whoever has the most money and is able to bombard the airway in their districts with the most amount of votes, when people go out and vote, who are not aware of what's going on politically, they're going to vote for that specific candidate, and that candidate is going to win. And before that, before you know it, the power of Congress diminishes entirety. And it's now within the hand of a few. And here you have it, the next card that represents the Fool card. Congress is a fool for doing this. And any party, any politician who engages in this type of behavior, anybody who engages in this type of behavior going forward is going to go through a lot of struggle in the near future. Whether that may be 10 years from now, but whatever it is, whatever politician is actively engaged in this type of behavior is going to face punishment, not in the recent news, not in the recent moment, but sometime down the line, they are going to be punished. So what happens now is there's a punishment that's on its way. And the bottom of the deck here, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. We have the Page of Pentacles. Somebody offers you money, but it's not from the goodness of the heart. There's always a favor, right? A quid pro quo. And here it is, your strength. The strength of this favor, being so genuine, so kind, it's not strong. This is, when somebody gives you money, and it's not like family members, and it's not your birthday, or it's not a celebration, it's not a special occasion, there's always something that somebody wants in return. I mean, even go on a date. Like, somebody buys you a female, they still want something in return for that, if you know what I mean. On top of the deck here is you have the Ace of Pentacles reverse. The Ace of Pentacles is nothing is free. Just because somebody gives you money, it's not free. There's something they want in exchange for your service, for your ability to pay for your election win. And here you have it, the Wheel of Fortune. This is coming in the future. Coming in the future is Congress will be brought and paid for. Not that they're not already brought and paid for, but remember, these congressmen and women are paid and funded directly by many corporations, many individuals. They're playing like little chess players, but soon one individual will control a super majority of them. And that is where we're shifting into, where one individual has more power in Congress than any other corporation. And that is going to be a battle between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Who has more power? Who has more power? Is it the guy in Congress, or is it the guy in the White House? And that is where we're going to be heading. That is going to be very interesting to see the power play dynamic. Who is alpha and who is beta? Alright, so I think this is pretty much it. I don't think I'm really going to answer anymore. I think we're pretty much done here with Good Spirit. Okay, they're telling me to use a little bit of this, the final notes, final touches, and then we'll end off today's video. This video is already way too long, but that's what Spirit wants. So I guess, you know, that's what we do. We provide. Alright, so let's see. Spiritual angels, tell me, what messages do you have in regard to what we just spoke about? In regard to the big beautiful bill, the power play dynamic between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, you know, politicians being brought and paid for and being owned by one specific individual instead of many wealthy people. We have here the Age of Aquarius. This is the Age of Aquarius. This is the people. There's something here with the people. Okay? What is going on with the people? Why is this significant? Why is the people showing up as the Age of Aquarius? If you guys are not aware, we are in the Age of Aquarius. It is finally gonna get into it, but we won't really truly experience the fullness of Aquarius until we get into the year 2026 later in terms of the summer month of next year. Into early 2027 is when we're going to really feel the age of Aquarius. Right now we're in the very early phases. We're at the end of Capricorn going into Aquarius. Okay, Spirit Angel, tell me about the age of Aquarius and why is it coming up in this reading. What messages do you have about the people? Okay, so they're saying this is a pretty powerful card, I gotta say, because this is the overall energy. This is the aura, right? This is telling us what's happening, what is going on in the mental psyche of the average day American, right? Here you have in the left card here, we have what we could have had. We could have had the Two of Cups, right? Harris and Tim Walt, but we didn't have that. The timeline has been shifted. Instead, this now new period in the years of Aquarius is to strengthen us, to stand against the opposition, make them the oppressor, the oppressed now become the oppressor, right? The prey becomes the predator, essentially. And here you have the woman and these two men trying to contain her, but they're scared. You can see the body image is scared. This is strength, right? Standing up is strength, right? They're saying here that the age of Aquarius is going to be pushback. That's what the age is going to be, the age of pushback. That's what it's telling us we're getting into. We're not there yet, but we're heading in that direction. And here we have in the future tense, we have the Magician. There is, if you notice, the American flag is upside down. It's not exactly facing up, it's upside down, right? This is up, this is upright, this is reverse. The American flag, when it's reversed, indicates anarchy or problem within the nation. It's unstable, right? And here you have this guy, the Magician, who's shining a light at the solar eclipse and is saying here that there will be illumination among the darkness. There will be illumination among the darkness. And on the bottom deck here we have is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands here is building. We're not there yet. We haven't built our future, right? This is not the age of robots just yet. We are almost getting there, but it's not going to happen until the year 2030. But we'll get into the age of robots and AI. But we're still in the very early stages, and we have a chance to fight against the oppression. Because once you enter the age of robots and AI, it's going to become a lot harder, because you won't know what's real, what's not real. The top of the deck here is you have this. You have the Sagittarius. This is November. This is election. Go out and vote, because you have to be able to make your voice heard. This is the Black Horse. Just because something is black doesn't mean it's not pure, right? And here you have is the King of Wands. Don't vote based on party. Vote on people, on principle. Vote based on those who are, you feel truly in your heart are good people, because those are the people you can only rely on. Do not vote just because they're a Democrat and you're going to vote Democrat or down ballot. Vote for who you feel internally is the best people that you can put in, because those are the people that are going to defend you. Just because they have a Democrat by the name, then now we can defend you. If they have a Republican by the name, then now we can defend you. The best way that you can be able to really fix this issue is to essentially listen to yourself, ask yourself, is this person a good person? If they are, vote for them. Regardless of political alliances, just vote for the good people, because in order to keep them out and reduce their power is to essentially listen to your gut, listen to your intuition. You've been here before. You know what happens. You've been here. So you already know the results. You can change it though. That's up to you. I thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Love you.